extravaganza. Wark.
Welcome back to Bloodwork, and happy Gay Pride, everyone.
Yay, ho!
We had quite an episode this week.
I'm still like trying to tie my mouth closed there. Wow. Because it's my neck's feeling a little out of whack.
Yeah, a little. Let's just talk about that first,
That
because that was completely insane and awesome. And I gotta say, I'm kind of down on Bill a lot in the Bill storyline, because his character is kind of just so put upon. When he finally just snapped and screamed at the top of his lungs, I kind of like him a lot more now, because I understand. Because if it was almost like he was as frustrated with his character as I was.
Let's talk about Sam and his crazy underwear jockin' family. Insane. I'm both like fascinated and repulsed at the same time. I'm like, and this poor mom is just like, just wanting to reach out and be and lovey and nice, and then like these boys in her family, she can't handle them. They're like crazy. And
Are you serious?
What?
Are you falling for this?
I give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
No,
as a viewer, as in general, obviously they're effing with his business, because there was a hawk in there ruffling through papers, and not normal hawks don't normally do that.
Hawk.
Anyway, listen. Some shifter is doing shifty business.
But I want to party with his dad. I'm a big fan of shooters. Shooters! My second staking point is the whole Franklin Mott situation. Oh, his face is just like the most fascinating,
swarthy,
like craggy. I like the fact that he's bridging different storylines. So now we found out that he was the one that disposed of the body for Jessica in order to get her favor, to get her to talk, and he's also messing with Tara, we think, to get to Sookie, but we don't know who he works for, we don't know what he wants, and Tara seems less into it than I thought she was going to be. Well, at least when he flipped her around, he flipped her whole body around, and not just her head.
Raina had it coming, though. Not really.
She had it coming.
I have to say, I am warming up to Eric a little bit. He's more human. There's more of a hint of what's going on in his mind, and not so like this weird facade of like this Nordic god that has to give out orders to people. And
he called Lafayette sweetheart.
Yeah, that whole thing with Lafayette too. I was like, that really warmed me up too, because it was just like he was so cute, and he's like, come here in this car. So Eric, you turning out to be not such a bad guy? It's hard for me to believe. Maybe you're just pulling a Mickens on me.
He's slipping him a Mickens. So in our first episode, we had a little section called Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because one of the werewolves that abducted Bill kind of set off our gaydar a little bit. Tonight, there was this moment where Talbot had the best diss of Coot ever, because he revealed to everybody that Coot drinks Zima. It was pretty hot. But there was a moment of tension between Coot and Talbot that to me was telegraphing that the two of them were having an affair. And later, we learn at the werewolf bar, Lupines, which is the worst name ever, and I love
like
it.
Shady Pines.
No, but Lupine?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's awesome. Debbie Pelt, Alcide's ex, is engaged to Coot. So I'm thinking that Coot's on the D-Lo, and that is going to somehow play into things. Zima?
Whatever.
Sookie had a pretty good week.
I couldn't find anything wrong with that girl. I think she did it all right.
I mean, she put together the funeral for Eggs, which is very nice of her.
That was huge.
She kind of pulled a pretty hot move at the werebar with those guys.
Hi, y'all.
She got exactly what she needed out of them immediately. She had that kind of great meeting with Alcide where she kind of showed him who was boss. She totally alphaed him at the table. It was pretty awesome. But I do have one moment that I thought was a bit odd. Sookie, you're going undercover to a biker bar where things will probably get violent. Why are you wearing white, girl?
Oh Oh.
Haven't you learned your lesson?
Oh.
Don't you think maybe something might happen to you that might get you a little dirty? I hope she's got a stain stick in that purse. That's all I'm going to say.
Work!
We both write down the name of the character from this episode with whom we would like to do bad things.
Oh, gosh, it's so difficult every week. Come on, just pick someone.
Okay,
for
ready?
God's
3,
sake.
2, 1.
Sam! Jason. Oh, come on. Ever since last week, it's Sam and I can't make up my mind between Sam and Bill.
Ooh.
And a little bit of Coot, too. So,
Coot was my second choice.
But I think Sam. I'm missing it. I'm missing it.
Sam was cute this week. I thought Jason was kind of adorable this week, actually.
And his no trouser, wet, scared dream of
anxiety dream. And I was I thought, oh, it's going to be Elsie, of course, because this is Elsie's first episode, and he hasn't really done that much that's that interesting yet. So.
But ladies and gentlemen, that shirt will come off as soon. I applaud them for making us wait for Elsie's clothing to come off.
Are you crazy? All right. So we took
You
questions from Twitter and from the comments on the blog and put them in the woof bag. And woo!
This is some woofy action.
This question is from Jenny Brand. The question is,
like
what
that
is
brand.
the one addition/omission from book to screen that you've enjoyed, and which one disappointed you the most?
Is Lafayette. I mean, let's face it. He adds so much to the show. He's an amazing character, and he kind of bit it at the end of the first book. So
I think Jessica's awesome. I think she's adds a great dynamic, an element to Sookie and Bill's relationship.
the thing that I miss most is Terrace Togs. Where is that place? I was always looking forward to the fashions that were purchased there.
I just want to know what the fuck a tog is.
And I'm a little disappointed about not seeing any Bubba, but because he sort of grew on me on the books at first because he was sort of adorable even though he was a zombie. So if you want your question answered in our wolf bag, make sure that you send us a tweet to Camp Blood Buzz or at Andy Swist, or leave a comment on campblood.org.
And thank you, Jenny Brand, for this week's question. And you'll be getting a little prize pack. So keep in touch.
Rating, I would say, oh my god, 8. Lots of stuff going on. I love the flashbacks with Bill, and that ending was crazy. I don't even know what to think of that ending still. I'm still freaking out. I'm freaking the freak out.
I'd say an 8 too. There were enough awesome things in it. Hey, I love they're getting so bloody again this season.
Yep.
I mean, with Eric with like the bits of werewolf hanging out of his mouth and the beheaded body and Bill's arm getting blown off and the sheriff quitting.
I know. I don't need any of this horse shit.
I'm sick of this horse shit.
40 years and I got polyps in my ass and 2 dead bodies and blah 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 or whatever. I was like,
Straight 8, solid
8.
We need more Lafayette.
Yeah, more Lafayette, but I'm sure that's coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll remedy that, hopefully. Pam got a moment on the desk with, Miss Estonia, but we still need more Pam.
L word.
So you had some news.
Yes, the Jessica paper doll is coming and will be ready this week at some point. So you go to campblood.org and check it every single day.
So thank you for joining us again for another episode of Blood Work. Although there is no episode of True Blood next week because of the 4th of July holiday, we will have something special for Blood Work because we don't want to go for a week without entertaining you.
Oh, we just can't. We just couldn't.
Or whatever it is we're doing to you.
Thanks again.
We will see you then.